I'm Derek Franklin, and this is my exhibition, Grief is on My Calendar Every Day at 2 p.m. It's an epistemology of sculptures and paintings, looking at the way we live, how we survive it, and how we could take time out of every day, or not find a way to do that, and care for one another, create community, or figure out a new future for ourselves and others. I think more than actually having grief on my calendar every day, it's about finding or struggling to find that space in our lives to make ourselves feel safe, or care for the people that we love, or think about our futures in a way that could create some possibility for the future. Theater of survival is rooted in this idea in my work that looking at the way we perceive the world through a structure of theater, and how to explain that pragmatically is who is behind the curtain, making the information, making the production for us, showing us the politics we're supposed to see, showing us the images of the world we're supposed to see. When do we see fissures in that? When do we hear something drop behind stage, or see part of the next set come onto the stage in the dark lights? How is it being performed for us? And what is in the background that we can't see, that is there for a reason, but it's kind of lost in the shadows? I think for this particular show, Theater of Survival thinks about life in that kind of way. What do we do to keep our jobs, survive our jobs, navigate through relationships that we don't necessarily want to have or need to have, but are part of our survival? And then what do we do when we go home and make spaces for us to heal from that, to host other people, to create a space that does the things we need it to do to keep on going? And what objects are in that set of our lives that are witnessing us at our best and at our worst and in all our awkwardness, when we can let our coding down and also still make mistakes. The paintings and the sculptures are related. I think they have the same conceptual concerns, but they kind of take on different roles within that same idea or understanding. So for me, the sculptures are really kind of human. Some people call them trees or other things, but I think about their humanness. For me, it's really about kind of the way in which the awkwardness in them is laid bare, in the way that like a human maybe can't show when they're like out in a social setting or something. And the paintings kind of set the same scene, but I'm thinking more about the images and the objects that are left in the shadows or to the side of the room, and kind of set the stage for the performance at hand, or the way in which they're watching, in this particular situation of an exhibition, the interaction with the sculpture and the actual humans that come in to view the work, how they move through the exhibition, and also kind of where in which they're positioned according to one another. And I hope through like having kind of a different aesthetic approach but same kind of conceptual practice, that a viewer would move through the show and look at how the works relate to each other and build meaning off of each other, more than really trying to like find all the embedded conceptual meaning in one singular piece, and find places in which there's like non sequiturs or offshoots, or maybe more acute things being discussed about those types of situations.